Every day, millions of people are shown the same dream: a few dollars, a single spin, a life-changing jackpot. But if getting rich from online casinos was this easy, why do these companies spend billions of dollars advertising? And why do the advertisements never show the millions of people who lose? The answer lies in the scale of a highly coordinated marketing machinery designed to occupy every corner of your daily life. In 2025, the U.S. gambling marketing budget reached $3.9 billion. This massive campaign functions as a synchronized, repeated exposure system. Operators directed $1.42 billion of that budget into television, securing dominant visibility during live sports broadcasts. Another $520 million went directly to celebrity partnerships, buying personal brand trust to normalize online betting. When you turn off the television and look at your phone, the same operators are already waiting. Stadium sponsorships, YouTube pre-roll ads, live streamer overlays, and influencer placements function as a single, relentless loop. Repetition is the core strategy, replacing occasional promotion with constant, unavoidable presence. The casino operators purchasing this visibility ensure that wherever you look, you are never more than a few seconds away from a bet. This level of saturation is incredibly expensive, but for the companies funding it, it is a calculated cost of doing business. Walk through the doors of this advertising machine, and the mathematical reality of the casino floor vanishes. It is replaced by a carefully curated visual language of extreme wealth. Gliding private jets, sleek black Lamborghinis, and pristine infinity pools dominate the screen, serving as universal symbols of luxury and high status. The ads rarely show the repetitive reality of tapping a smartphone screen in a quiet room. Instead, they frame the act of placing a bet as an entry ticket to an entirely different social class. Inside these 30-second spots, winning functions as a catalyst for an instant total life transformation. The characters on screen hand in resignation letters, escape the daily grind of the 9-to-5, and claim a life of effortless freedom. High-energy music swells as normal, relatable people celebrate oversized jackpots, their raw excitement captured in vertical selfie-style videos that make the fantasy feel immediate and intensely personal. This is aspirational marketing working exactly as intended. These campaigns bypass the actual game conditions, the high volatility of slot spins, and the cold reality of the house edge. Instead, they sell an identity. They sell your own imagined upgrade, the version of yourself that is free from financial worry, driving the luxury vehicle, and living without constraints. The marketing succeeds because it sidesteps probability, replacing mathematical facts with a vivid emotional promise. The message is subtle but consistent. This could be you. This illusion relies entirely on a psychological trap known as survivorship bias. It is a simple concept. We treat a few visible successes as if they represent the entire reality, while the vast, unsuccessful majority is completely erased from view. Online casinos rely on this exact imbalance. Their entire marketing strategy is a curated highlight reel of jackpot stories designed to convert your attention into action. You see the screaming winner and the flashing screen, but you never see the millions of other sessions that ended in total silence. The losing player, the actual financial anchor of the entire gambling industry, is kept completely out of the frame. By hiding the losses, these advertisements distort our perception of risk, making a near impossible event feel like a logical certainty. But keeping this massive silent majority invisible requires a complex operations network. When you look past the lucky winners in the spotlight, you find a trail of cash leading directly back to the people pulling the strings. That trail leads directly to a clinical mathematical formula, customer lifetime value. To an operator, each player represents a calculated asset with a predictable financial yield over time. Industry data shows a single recurring casino player is worth an average of over $1,000 in net revenue. When a customer represents that much long-term value, spending massive sums to acquire them becomes entirely rational. This is where an army of third-party promoters comes in. Fully 74% of online casino operators rely on affiliate marketing as their primary way to recruit players. Operators pay these affiliates, streamers, and influencers through two primary setups. They either pay a direct bounty of up to $500 for every new depositing player, or they sign a revenue share agreement handing over 25 to 35% of that player's lifetime losses. Armed with personalized links and promotional codes, these creators function as highly motivated commission agents. They provide direct entry points into a system where the acquisition math guarantees the operator always comes out ahead. The affiliate link lands you on a page flashing a bold offer at 100% deposit match up to $500 or 100 free spins. On the surface, this looks like free money. In reality, it is a commitment governed by the fine print. Once you claim this bonus, a mechanism called a wagering requirement transforms the gift into a mandatory playthrough. If you accept a $100 bonus with a typical 30 times multiplier, you cannot withdraw a single cent of your winnings until you place $3,000 in total bets. Compounding this pressure is a strict time limit, often requiring you to meet this threshold within 7 to 30 days or forfeit everything. Then comes game weighting. While slot machines might count 100% toward your target, table games like blackjack are frequently weighted at just 10%. Under those terms, clearing that same $3,000 requirement on blackjack actually requires $30,000 in active wagers. The advertising sells the illusion of free money, but the fine print ensures you keep playing. Once the promotional hook pulls you past the fine print, the interface shifts from transaction to psychological engineering. This is a system built to bypass your rational check. First, countdown timers on banners like FanDuel's 48-hour double-up clock create artificial scarcity, shrinking your decision window through pure urgency. Then comes social proof, live leaderboards displaying top 10 winners today, or notifications showing that thousands of players just joined. These cues frame high-risk betting as a normal, collective activity. Next, big number bias grabs your attention, plastering multi-million-dollar jackpots across the screen to obscure the microscopic mathematical odds of actually winning. Once you play, the system deploys intermittent reinforcement paired with near-miss logic. In video spots, a slot reel pauses just one symbol away from a jackpot before prompting you to try again. The brain processes this failure not as a loss, but as a temporary setback, triggering the urge to chase. These advertisements are not designed to teach you probability. They exist to reshape your perception of reality, making the statistically near impossible feel entirely normal. This is where the cold math of the house edge takes over. Online casinos do not need to cheat. They rely on a structural advantage built into every game. On a European roulette wheel, that advantage is 2.7%. For slots, it typically sits between 2 and 5%, while even perfect blackjack strategy leaves the house with a 0.5% advantage. Across a single hand, anything can happen. But across millions of spins, the math is absolute. The system does not need everyone to lose immediately. It only needs enough players to keep chasing, letting volume compound these tiny percentages into guaranteed profit. Today, the house doesn't just control the wheel, it owns the dream. As digital saturation grows, algorithms know exactly what your hope is worth. The real gamble isn't the spin, it's believing the illusion was yours to win. Subscribe to uncover the hidden history of casinos and legendary jackpots.